Good morning, Year 3. Today we're going to be interpreting information from bar charts and pictograms. So, I'm going to talk you through a couple of different style questions that you might get, and we're going to discuss the methods and the steps that we would take to answer these questions. Some of them might be two-step problems. The first one then says, the children in Class A voted for their favourite colour. They represented the data in a bar chart. Which colour is the least popular? So I need to be looking for the smallest bar, and I can see that that is this one here, and that is green. All my categories are on the x-axis down here, so it's the green is the least popular colour. How many children chose yellow as their favourite colour? And that's nice and easy again, just look at the bars. How many children? So this time I need to go along to the y-axis. It's in between 8 and 10, so that tells me it must be 9. There we go. How many more children chose red than blue? So this is my first two-step problem that I need to talk us through. I need to find out how many children chose red, how many children chose blue, and then how many more tells me that I need to take those two amounts away from each other. So let's have a look at red. 8 children chose red. How many children chose blue? Oh, it's in between 6 and 8, but there's not a value there. But that's okay, there doesn't have to be a value. I know what comes in between 6 and 8 is 7. So I need to take 7 away from 8, and that should give me an answer of 1. How many children chose yellow and pink all together? Now this word here tells me I need to be adding those amounts together. So again, it's 2 steps. I need to first find out how many children chose yellow, then how many children chose pink, then add them all together. So yellow is in between 8 and 10, so again that must be 9, and pink, if I go along, is 6. 6 children, so 9 add 6 is 15. What would be a good title then for this bar chart? Well, if we look at the labels on the x and y axis, we've got children and colours. So it must be about the favourite colours chosen by children. The next question then says, Year 3 found out what each child liked to do at lunchtime. Describe how you would represent this data in a bar chart and what scale would you use and why? Well, if we look at the amounts, we've got 15, 35, 20 and 5. I know that they're all multiples of 5, so it would be very sensible to choose 5 as my scale. The children in Class B have been finding out what pets each child owns. So over here, Fred's drew a bar chart, and over here, Anna's drew the same bar chart, but they look different. And this is like our thinking questions in maths. What is the same? What is different? That means I need to point out what is the same about both of those charts and what is different. Right, firstly, we've got dog, cat, fish, rabbit, hamster. Have I got the same on Fred's bar chart? Dog, cat, fish, rabbit, hamster. Yes, I have. So what's the same is they have both collected the same data, which is the pets that each child owns in Year 3. I can also see they've used the same colours for the bars as well. I could comment on that. Have they got the same scale then? So this one starts at 0 and goes up in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It goes up in scale of 2s. Over here we've got starting at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It doesn't use the same scale. Anna's goes up in 2s, Fred's goes up in 1s, and that's why they look different as well. Anna's is very large, it's spaced out, it's clear to read. Fred's is very small. And the scale, they're practically on top of each other there. It's quite difficult to read that accurately. And for that reason, I would say Anna's is the best representation of that data, just because it's a lot clearer to read. Okay, the last one we're going to look at then are these questions here. This bar chart shows where children from years 3 and 4 went on their summer holiday. We've got them going to the United States, United Kingdom, France and Spain. And it says here, 50 children had their summer holiday in the UK. True or false? Explain your answer. So let's go and find the UK. Here it is. Let's go all the way up and look, where does it land on the y-axis? It lands on 50. So that answer is true, because by reading the scale on the axis, it shows that 50 children had holidays in the UK. Next question, does the bar chart tell us how many children went to Wales? Convince me. This is the key part of that question. It's not just a yes or no, you have to explain. So let's look at the bottom. United States, United Kingdom, France and Spain. There's no Wales there. I know that Wales is part of the United Kingdom, but it doesn't specifically say Wales. That could be anywhere in the UK. It could be Scotland, it could be Yorkshire, it could be Somerset, or it could be Wales as well. So no, the chart shows us who holidayed in the UK, not which parts of the UK. Next one. What is the difference between the number of children who went to France and the United States? What is the difference? We've come across that already. That must mean I'm taking away. I'm using subtraction. So, two-step problem again. I need to find how many children went to France, which is 40. I need to find out how many children went to the United States, which is 20. 40 take away 20 is 20. And the last one then, how many children are there in years 3 and 4 altogether? Well, if I look at the title, this is from children in both year 3 and 4. So what I need to do here is add up all of these amounts. I need to add up 20, add 50, add 40, add 30. And that should give me 140 children. So your task now is to try and use the skills that I've just shown us about breaking down those questions, thinking about the vocabulary and the language that is being used. Does it ask you to add? Does it ask you to take away? Is it a one-step problem or is it a two-step problem? And then you need to log on to Doodle and complete the tasks that have been set for you there about reading information from tables.